Hey everybody, back to my thoughts. This is a very just get in there kind of attitude right now. For those who don't know and don't watch my streams or keep up my streams, this is a video for you. This is my thoughts on .hack GU Volume 1 Rebirth. So, during the last week or so now, we've been playing .hack GU Rebirth on stream. Today is the day we finished it. This is November 27th, Monday. It's a Monday. We finished it right at the week's beginning, for at least us. And here are my thoughts about the game. I really actually enjoyed it. As a story, it was amazing. And I can't go a video without my cats rubbing up against my legs. Kitty. There you go. I didn't let my other cat in for her medicine. That's not relevant. Anyways, yeah, as a story, it's amazing. I've actually credited a lot of other RPGs of doing this, but I've credited games like Lufia 2, Rise of Sinistrals, when that's a what is it? It's a prequel to Lufia 1, Fortress of Doom. So yes, it's a prequel, and I've always credited games that did that. But this is one of the games that it's not a prequel for once that I credit. It's a game that basically has you play 4 separate games. This is also .hack GU for the PS4, so the last recoded one. I credit this game because it's actually really amazing how they do this. And the lights are on, my dad's there. I really gotta stop getting distracted. Oh my god. This is why I like to do it when no one's home. But yeah, it's been amazing. The music, generic. I'm not gonna lie. If you want a good soundtrack, it's not gonna be in that game. But the overall life and atmosphere for the entire game as a whole so far, or the series as a whole right now for me, has been very in your face. Like, not in a sense of a bad way in your face, in the sense of, okay, you come to grips of like what the characters are, how they think, and what they do for like their spare time. It does market a bit on the like mobile area where it's like, this is what we saw the future to be like, and sadly enough, a lot of it's true. Jeez. So like, it's really interesting that they chose to re-release .hack in this way. I can't go over like the functions of the recoder thing just yet because I'm waiting for us to be done the entire thing as a let's play. So, Volume 1. The music's not that great. Characters, for as little as they are, they're pretty like expansive. Like, for little to no time, you get to see, like, your 2 main guy characters, minus Hiseo. Like, I'm not counting Hiseo as a guy character. That's your character. But the little to no time, you see Gaspar and Sirius, I think his name is. I never pronounce their names right. But I know Gaspar is the one. They're very lively. They're very, like, they're likable. They're not so much... there's things about them I don't like, but I don't really have that scripted down right now, because this is off the top of my head, as I said in my streams. Sorry, I'm literally right off the heels of my stream. So if my brain is more scattered than it is normally, that's probably why. So yeah, they're likable. But the idea of .hack was, or at least GU so far, we've known Triage. Triage is a character that was basically there, and he does what the original .hack does. Granted, I know very little of the original .hack, but I can still tell you guys what I know. The original .hack, the gamers who, like, the gamers who overplayed or something were comatose. So that's pretty much what Triage is. I'll go into more detail what Triage is later as I get more details on the original .hack. But the idea of that is amazing. The fact that it's kind of a nod to like, oh, you gotta be careful and cautious around this character. Absolutely amazing. Shoot. Going on to the other characters, Adelie, Pi, and Kun. Kun is a very flirtatious character. I like the idea that he's basically Shiraku? No, not Shiraku. The guy from Inuyasha, I can never... Moroku, there we go. He's basically Moroku from Inuyasha. He flirts with everyone. It's hilarious. He's kind of like the happy-go-lucky character, and it's just like... It shows in a game that's kind of like more in a serious center, in a way. But I've always liked it. While Pi, on the other hand, is more of a... straightforward, not really caring what the other person feels, or at least what she comes off to be. Basically, in point blank range, she's a tsundere. Well, yes, I've officially, I don't like using terms like that, but at the end of the day, she's a freaking tsundere. It was an amazing, just like watching those two as the characters grow. And believe it or not, they are in a special team called GU. Now, well, Raven, I think they're called. No, that's the at-home. It's weird with the at-home and things like that. We'll cover that in a moment. But yeah, those two characters are amazing. They're hilarious together. While Atali, which I'm assuming this, I'm not going to clarify this, that she's the main love interest. You know, har. But no, it really does feel like that. It feels like, in the main character sense, who's it, Haseo? Haseo lost someone he really cared about, someone he grew attached to, someone he was, like, trying to talk to daily, like, doing quests, and they had a overall goal together. You know, fun fact, they're in the same guild, woohoo. But it shows so vividly throughout the game, where it's like, they sprinkle it on, but as they sprinkle it, you just get this impulsive feeling like something is going to go wrong. And actually looks exactly like this character, Shio. Shio. She looks exactly like Shio. So when Haseo sees her for the first time, he's like, wow, you look exactly like her. Granted, he plays more of a little jerkbag in the beginning of the game, which is where they meet. But, like, around the mid-game, I want to say, is where he kind of shows his true colors of he doesn't really like to do this, but he's forced in a situation where he has to play along effectively, and it comes off as like an actual thing that may happen, where it's like you have superpowers, but there's so many drawbacks to using them. It is incredible. I'm not gonna spoil the entire game for you guys, but you know, you have my Let's Plays, and around the middle part of it, I got really upset, and I explained to myself why I got upset. So that's a little more incentive to go watch my Let's Play of this game. So we talked about the middle, we talked about the characters, we talked about pretty much everything else I could think of right now. I'll discuss more of this on Twitter and stuff, just because I'm going to post certain things about this. But we go into the end game territory. Granted, this is a quadology, it's a 4-game series. It is very heart-touching to see two characters like that truly grow to the point where they could, you know, kind of open up and, like, they confront fears that they never really thought they would have. It's a very interesting idea on a very interesting game in general. So, the genre of this game is an RPG, action, steampunk kind of game. There are some fantasy elements, but I wouldn't say it's a fantasy steampunk. The fantasy elements are very weak. It's not really a great, like, fantasy game, but it gives you the sense of what Sword Art Online couldn't give you guys. And for those who are asking what is Sword Art Online, it's an anime that was later, well, it was a novel, later turned into anime, later turned into a game. The games are garbage. So, I'm not comparing the two, but, well, actually in a sense I am comparing the two. Dot Hack GU, or I'm assuming Dot Hack in general, has a much better way of telling the story, and it's really cool how they do it. I would say it's worth a play, but if you're going to try to get the full experience of it, just buy the PS4 version now. It's not that expensive. It's like $50 for us Canadians, which is like $40 for Americans, and God knows how much it is for Europe. Jeez. So that kind of covers up the review for Dot Hack 1, or Dot Hack GU. So I think that's going to be calling that a little mini review as I do this, slash my thoughts. And I will give you this, guys. Never hold something to face value.